All right. It looks like we are live right now. How is everyone doing today? How is everyone feeling? We are going to be starting in just a few more minutes. About like 3:35 will officially begin. Let's see who we got in the chat right now. Black Brick Ops, what's going on, man? Eli Prather, how you doing, my man? Caden Leatham, howdy. I feel like I sound like Sheriff Woody. AK, what's going on, bro? How is everyone doing? Let me know how in the chat how the audio is coming in as well. I want to make sure that we are good to go. In Rakop, good. Zamilau, yo, what's going on? K3 versus N7. That's an interesting question, actually. Botanical Burner, Stuff, how you doing? Christian Smith, how is everyone doing? We're going to officially begin in like 3 more minutes. At 3:35, we'll go ahead and officially begin the Q&A section. But yeah, those are some interesting questions, actually. Those are actually very good questions. I will definitely be answering all those. Just so you guys know, this is a Q&A live stream, but just make sure to put the letter Q in front of your question once we officially begin. It makes it a lot easier for me to go ahead and see it. Jess, oh no. Nice, my fiance is in the chat. How you doing? How you doing, babe? Tegan Bloom, how you doing? In rack cup, high cap, or mid cap? You know what? I'll answer that one because that's like the easiest to answer right now. But I'll get into details later about it. I prefer mid caps, but high caps have their place as well. And I'll get into details when we officially begin the stream. But how's everyone doing, actually? How's everyone's day going so far? How's everyone's weekend going? It is Saturday. You guys about playing right now? You guys got planned to play later on today or maybe tomorrow? I know we got the little bit of the tropical storms coming in, so you know I doubt it's gonna be any bad. It's probably just gonna get some probably some like sizable winds and maybe some rain, but I doubt it'll be pretty much anything other than that. Knock on wood, right? But yeah, what are you guys' plans for the weekend as well? I wish I could be playing, but you know, I definitely want to see if I can get more of the homies coming out to play as well. Let's see here. Yeah, we got like 2 more minutes left. With Prather, meh. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope your weekend gets even better. But hey, at least we got the live stream where we can come hang out, ask a bunch of Airsoft questions. And I got some questions for you guys, too. I want to ask your opinions on a couple things regarding some of the new stuff we actually just got in. Yeah, we'll officially get started in 1 minute. 1 minute 35, we'll go ahead and officially answer some questions. We're going to start off with going over the promos, because, you know, we always got to do those. We want to help you guys out, get more entries into the giveaway. But we're also going to go over that, some new products as well, stuff you want to maybe take, maybe want to direct your attention towards, and then we'll answer the questions. And again, if you got any questions, let me know in the live chat, not the comment section, because I can't see the comment section, with the letter Q in front of your question. Makes it a lot easier. Like 1 more minute. Yeah, looks like we got a good amount of people. Divine 3D. Casper, my man, how you doing? Prepper 003. We got some pretty good amount of people right now. Very nice. I love to see it. And if you guys haven't already, yeah, make sure to go ahead and share this around with as many people as you possibly can. That really helps us out. And also make sure to like the live stream too. YouTube really hates Airsoft and anything related to Airsoft, so it always helps out. Now, with that being said, it is now 3:35. Welcome to another episode of the Storefront live stream. My name is Isaias, and I will be your host for today. This is a Q&A live stream. I'm sure you guys could have seen that in the title, but in case you didn't, for all my newer viewers out there, I want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to all of you guys, everyone right now that's watching, even if you're a long-time viewer. Thank you so much for all the support you continue to show us here at Airsoft GI, and of course your viewership, of course, is always going to be appreciated. It means the world to me that you choose to hang out and spend your free time hanging out with the Mayo Gang and myself. But this is a Q&A live stream, so if you guys have any Airsoft questions, make sure to let me know in the live chat specifically, not the comment section, because I can't see the comment section. Let me know in the live chat with the letter Q. It makes it a lot easier for me to spot and identify your question. You are welcome to ask your question more than once if I haven't already answered it. However, please avoid spam, as spam will lead to a kick from the chat. So don't want to do that. It's not going to be fun for anyone, so just avoid it altogether. I will do my best to answer any and all questions you might have. I'm no expert by any means. I don't claim to be. However, I have been playing Airsoft for 14 years, so I definitely know a thing or two, and I can give my honest opinions, recommendations. I've been working here for Airsoft GI for about 6 years now. So again, I've definitely seen a lot of stuff. So if you guys have any questions, or maybe you want to pull the trigger on a certain thing and you're looking to get a second opinion, by all means, feel free to go ahead and ask me. I can help you, guide you in the right direction, especially if you are a newer player. Now, as tradition, right, we obviously do have our shopping spree giveaway that goes on once every week, every Thursday, starting from 5:30 p.m. to 7 o'clock, right? Or 5:30 to 7 o'clock. But, even though it only takes a $20 order in order to be entered into the shopping spree giveaway, we like to do some extra promos around here, right? So, for this live stream, and again, this stream is going to be ending at around 5 o'clock, all orders for that is $50 or more will automatically be getting, instead of just one entry, you'll be getting 5 chances of winning, right? Any orders for an airsoft gun, right, doesn't matter as long as it is $100 or more, and you will be getting 10 entries into the giveaway. Order yourself a Mayo Gang MGC4 or a Zion Arms R15. It could be any one of the Mayo Gang MGC4s or any of the R15 variations. Doesn't matter which model specifically or what colorway, what variation, any of those, any orders for one of those placed before the stream, and you will be, or before the end of the stream, I should say, and you will be getting 30 entries, 30 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. And then, of course, you want to go ahead and up the ante even more. Order yourself any of the Octurus PE limited edition models, and you will be, I don't know why I clicked off, any of these limited edition models, and you will be getting 50 entries into the giveaway, 50 chances of winning that shopping spree giveaway. And that prize pot is no joke. We are looking at a total right now of $1,200. I'm not joking. You could literally win $1,200, and all you got to do is place a $20 plus order, but you take advantage of any of these promos that we got going on right now, and you'll be getting that many more entries. You really don't want to miss out. We make it super easy for you guys to get as many entries as possible. Again, another thing that I would recommend that you pick up if you were, wanted to give yourself a nice little surprise, I would 100% recommend picking up the GI Platinum 20th Anniversary Mystery Box. It only costs $174.98, and you automatically get free shipping with the box, which is absolutely amazing, right? Not only that, the prize list you get here is absolutely insane. We're talking those same limited edition Octurus models are on here. The A&K Mark 46s, some VFCs, some G&Gs. Like, there's some really good stuff. LCTs, KWAs, Classic Armies, those Zion Arms that I was mentioning, the R15s, we got a few of those on here. The Mayo Gang MGC4 Mark II is also a prize. You guys don't want to miss out. Make sure you place your orders. We are down to our last couple units, so order yours while you can. We have plenty of shocker deals that are available. These are the best deals around possible. They are on a timer, so once the timer ends, that is it. That is it. They are over, right? So make sure that you place your orders. And again, we got some new products as well. One of the two biggest things that I wanted to, bring your attention to are these new G&G folding FAR 9 and FAR 556. These are going to be very interesting guns that we're going to be talking about, and we literally just added them onto the website, I believe, like 2 days ago. I actually filmed a video reviewing both of these guns yesterday with Boaz, so stay tuned for that one. I feel like it's going to be a pretty good video. But both of these are available on Airsoft GI as well. And again, they're an airsoft gun, and they're over $100. Order these before the end of the stream at 5 p.m., and you'll be getting 10 entries into the giveaway. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and start answering some questions. All right. Scroll down to the most recent. Let's start answering some stuff. Oppressed Gamer. I need a pistol that I can hide in my sock. Interesting. A pistol that you can hide in your sock. There are actually a few like really, really compact pistols that we do sell at Airsoft. I'm not sure why you would need them in your sock. Maybe, for like a Milsim game, right? You need to be a little more discreet and you want to carry it inside your, inside your boot or something, or inside your sock like you mentioned. So for that, compact pistols. I mean, I guess it depends too how big your leg is, right? One of the pistols that I'd probably recommend would be AM45. It's probably one of the smaller pistols you can definitely get. Would be the double belt AM45s, the not Vorpal Bunnies, if you know what I'm talking about. If you guys are fans of the anime Gun Gale Online or Sword Art Online, then I'm sure that these pistols must look very, very familiar as well. These are very, very small, and I like these specifically, the AM45s, because magazines are readily available for you. They take the standard 1911 style magazines, and again, like, you can get these super compact magazines. Let's go play. I think one of the 11 rounders, yeah, or the 18 rounders. The 18 rounders. You can get the 18 rounders available as well, and they're like $18. $18. That's like nothing, right? You can pick one of those up easily. Actually, also use coupon code 20th. That way, you get an additional 10% off your purchase. 20th. That's 20th at checkout. Get up to 10% off. You're welcome. But yeah, I would highly recommend picking one of these bad boys up, especially if you wanted something like super compact. That's what I would probably go with, in my honest opinion. I want to go and give a shout out to Derek. Looks like they got themselves 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Guys, again, the promos are here. They are waiting for you guys to take advantage. So make sure that you place your orders while you can and don't miss out. Okay, finally off. This one's Casper. Finally off and live stream starts. Great way to spend the drive home. Hey, Casper, good to catch you on your drive home. Be safe out there, though. No text and driving. Prepper 003. Why are KDB LM4 Gas Public magazines so hard to find source at the moment? Had to resort to buying your X416 magazines. Okay, so KDB LM4 like stuff in general gets bought out fairly like fast and fairly quickly, and it does take a while. Unfortunately, ever since I feel like honestly ever since COVID, shipping has still been like pretty dang slow when it comes to like shipping stuff from overseas to the States, right? So with those, they are a little bit hard to source at the moment. However, we are slated to get, I believe, more around October. So just keep an eye out for that as well. Might be even coming even sooner. Might be coming in September as well. I believe they're slated to arrive in October, but could be wrong about that. But we are going to be getting some more KDBWA stuff added to the website very shortly. Again, it's just a matter of waiting for it. As soon as our distributors can get it, we can definitely go ahead and get it for you, man, because I've been wanting to get some more magazines too. I feel you on that. Your thoughts on the CM16 SRF9? Okay, so when it comes to the combat machine, pretty much any combat machine at this point, like, they're okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with the combat machines. They're built very, very well. Obviously, they're going to be sporting that, like, legendary reliability and just upgradability when it comes, because that's the G&G name, right? That's the G&G legacy that they've left. However, I do feel, for the money, there are better options out there. That's just my personal opinion. Nothing wrong with the SRF9 so far yet, though. Again, I also lack personal experience with that specific variant, so I would need to use it a bit more in order to really get a feel for it. But at the moment, I can't really say anything bad about it, but I also can't say anything super noteworthy or like worthy of singing praises about, if that makes sense. Botanical Burner. I'm waiting for a CQB coming up. Love running around with my dual haters. Hey, dual haters is actually a vibe. Like 100%, man. Dual haters is no doubt a vibe. It's super cool when you get to dual wield anything at that point, right? Especially haters. Haters are actually very underrated. If you guys don't know what the hater is, I think we might be sold out at the moment. We should be getting some more, but just in case, let me go ahead and pull it up. Yeah, actually, okay, so we still got them available. Yeah, the haters, dude, honestly, they're dope. I really dig the hater. I think it's like if you were on a really, really tight budget, right? If you're on a really tight budget and you just wanted to get like a good sidearm or something fun to mess around either in your backyard or even on the field, because these are field worthy, this would definitely be one thing that I would consider getting, actually. Very simple to use and operate. I love the fact that you actually get plenty of Picatinny rail space, so you can put like a little red dot sight on here if you want to put a flashlight or some type of laser. You're able to as well. CO2 powered, so this thing kicks like a mother. Yeah, and it's like at a sub CQB FPS limit right now, so it's shooting under 350, which is great if you were looking for something to just play indoors with. It actually also comes included with the discs as well. I believe, yeah, it's supposed to be like 5 of the discs, so you can just load them up with BBs. So traditionally, revolvers, you'd actually have to get individual shells, load those up each with 1, and it can be a bit of a hassle to reload, right? Because you got to worry about the shells and putting more in, and even sourcing shells. We sell replacement shells, but like they can sell out pretty quickly. But these, it's nice that you actually get pretty much everything you need. The only thing at that point you need is BBs and CO2. Right? Which, of course, you pick up at Airsoft GI. Remember, anything $20 or more gets you an entry into the shopping spree giveaway, a chance to win $1,200. But take advantage of the promos we've got going on right now. Remember, all it takes is a $50 plus order, and you get 5 entries into the giveaway. This right here definitely qualifies for it. It's definitely over $50. You'll be getting yourself 5 chances of winning $1,200, right? So make sure you take advantage. Again, just saying, coupon code 20th, 20TH, available for you guys to use and get the best savings possible. You're welcome. Let's keep scrolling up. Let's see here. Okay, this one comes from Jyleth. Elite Force Glock or TMG series. I will say that. TMG series. Honestly, like, Elite Force. Elite Force, 100%. Here's the thing. Back in the day, yes. Before the Elite Force officially licensed Glocks were a product, yes. Have I owned one of the TMG series before? Yes, I have. Because that was pretty much all that was realistically, like, kind of available, and even then it was kind of hard to find. But the Elite Force Glocks, just, I feel like they definitely improved the design. Like, internally quality, it definitely feels, I'm going to say it, I think it feels better. I think it's better than the TM. I think it is, right? Don't get me wrong, like, it's cool, and that's definitely, like, a gun that a lot of people still have, and I still have mine, but honestly, I think the Elite Force Glocks are just a little bit more field-worthy right out of the box, right? Like, they definitely feel a lot sturdier. They can take abuse, man. Like, I've seen a lot of my customers, a lot of my regulars who I've sold Glocks to, and they beat the shit out of their Glocks, man. And they're still running them. They're still running them strong, and they're still great. The Elite Force Glock, here, I'll pull them up for you guys, right? Elite Force Glocku. Glocku, there you go. All the Elite Force G-Series, Elite Force Glocks are dope, right? Like, they're super, super nice. Let's see, there's a few of them. Even the 42, I actually really want the sub. Actually, you know what? For the guy that was asking the gun that will fit in your sock, this is another option. 100% would recommend the Elite Force Glock 42. This is dope, man. I really love subcompact stuff. It's just so cute and so cool. Again, that's just my personal opinion. I think that looks freaking sick, right? But yeah, there are plenty of options that you can get, right? Whether you want to go with the 19, 19X, 17, Gen 3, Gen 4, whichever 19, like, it literally does not matter. Whichever one you get from the Elite Force lineup, they're gonna be dope. Like, they're solid as hell. 17 Gen 5, 17 Gen 3. We even have packages available for them, right? You want to go and pick one of these bad boys up? I'd highly recommend it, because they'll come included too with 2 cans of green gas and a bag of BBs. Pretty much, literally everything you need to go. Everything you need to go out and just start playing, right? You are set. But yeah, these are dope. I definitely like that there's also more upgrade components that are coming out for them as well. You are seeing more stuff, again, coming out for, like, from Cow. Unicorn Airsoft as well makes replacement hop-up chambers. Of course, you can always get buckings and inner barrels for these. I like that this is now a solid platform. Even Laylax, yeah, Laylax is making stuff for them now. You can get threaded outer barrels for these guys. That's dope. Like, it's a platform that has finally gotten the upgrade or aftermarket support that it's been needing, right? Because when it first came out, yeah, it was dope. And there were still things you can do to upgrade it, but it just didn't feel like the variety was all there. Now it is, and that's awesome to see, and I want to support that platform. If you own an Elite Force Glock and you want to go ahead and keep the platform alive, make sure you get upgrade components for it from those companies to let them know, hey, this is going to sell. We need to keep making these. Do it, right? And of course, right, let's say you want to get yourself an outer barrel, right, for an Elite Force Glock, right, or whatever it might be. Again, promo's going on, man. I'm telling you, promo's going on right now. This is the best way to get as many entries as you possibly can into the next giveaway. Just do it. Do it. Trust me, $1,200, you absolutely can win. I know there's a few guys out there that are thinking that there's no way I can win. I'm just one guy. Like, here's the thing. The reason it's stacked to 1,200 is because the last winner, that the name we called, he wasn't there. He probably didn't believe that he would win. He wasn't paying attention to the live streams like you guys are, right? You guys that are watching the streams, and you guys know exactly what's up. Like, you're not watching the streams, especially the actual live stream that we do for the giveaway. If you're not there in the chat, you're not going to be able to claim the prize if you win. So you guys that are watching, you guys have the highest odds of winning right now. You guys absolutely have the highest odds of winning, because you're actually there to claim the prize if your name's called. Otherwise, you forfeit your prize entirely. So again, we've had previous winners win off of, like, a bag of BBs. You absolutely can win. Don't get that doubted. It only takes one shot in order to go out and win. Don't miss your opportunity. Let's keep scrolling up. Okay, Stuff asks, how much does it cost to effectively start CQB? Asking for a friend. Stuff, that's a very good question, Stuff. For that to start CQB, I mean, it's like starting Airsoft in general, right? It depends on what budget you really want to. Now, I personally believe that you should generally have a budget in terms of just the gun itself. Usually anywhere from, like, if you're doing CQB, well, you know what? I'll apply the same general rules. You can go anywhere from, like, I would say 150 to about 250 just for the gun alone is typically where you would want to sit. Now, if you are doing CQB specifically, and I mean like indoor airsoft arenas or CQB arenas, pretty much anything more concentrated on tight close quarters engagements, then I would say, even going a pistol is a viable option. Granted, if your friend is, completely brand new to airsoft, right? I mean, the way you asked, like, it seems like it was more for you, but let's assume your friend is brand new to airsoft, right? You can get yourself, like, a good pistol platform, like, for under $150 still. You can actually get one for under $150 and use that money that you save to get extra magazines, right? One of the models that I always love to recommend, high Kappa. The Golden Eagle high kappas are probably some of my favorite high kappas to recommend, just because again they are incredibly affordable. There's plenty of like replacement parts that are available, even though they are TM spec. Some parts do require a little bit of fitment, but that's like pretty much most platforms anyway, right? Like if you guys have been teching long enough on pistols and high caps, you know that there's everything can fit. With how much effort that might be required, that varies, right, from model to model. But let's take a look, right? Let's say, yeah, this one, just an example. There's so many different colorways and variations. For example, right? It's discounted to like 113. Discounted to 113, you're getting a full metal construction high kappa, right? That can be upgraded, right? Believe it or not, the spring on this thing is actually pretty stiff. Like every time like it slides back into place, like it's pretty damn snappy. I was actually genuinely surprised. Both Justin and I were really surprised at this. But again, magazines are interchangeable, so you can use any brand magazine that you want to, right? These things are dope, and they're already shooting like at the 320 FPS mark, which is pretty cool. And again, like I said, they can be easily upgraded, right? So maybe this, and then maybe the cost of extra magazines. Magazines can cost anywhere from like 25 to about like 45, 50, depending on which brand you get. So let's say 25, right? Get a couple magazines, maybe like 3 more, and you're pretty much set. And just get like a full, of course, PPE, whatever that your field actually requires for face protection, and you're set. I would say you can spend like maybe have a budget in total. Let's say 300. Let's say 300, and you should be able to get yourself like a full like loadout. I think you honestly can do that, because there are some also cheap rigs as well that you can use. Christian Smith, what do you think of the Spectre Arms J series, specifically the SAG, or say J07? I haven't had too much experience with the J series. However, with Spectre Arms, yeah, I expect anything Spectre Arms. Usually, I haven't had too many bad experiences with at all. Like they're pretty solid, honestly. They're coming from the same factories as Lancers, so I would imagine that they're pretty damn good, honestly. Again, I personally just haven't had experience with that specific model, Christian. And I have to do a little more research to figure out, like, again, you know, what it is, and then also get my hands on one and then field it just to give you my full opinion on it. But as of right now, not too much. Kind of neutral on it, just because, again, haven't had the experience with it. But I do like Spectre Arms as a company. Spectre Arms, Lancer, you're solid. They offer so many different platforms, or so many different models in every different, like, price point, right? So, yeah, pretty solid pick. Cannot lie. Aiden Livingston asks, how old were you when you started playing Airsoft? When I started playing Airsoft, I was 13? Yeah, 13. I was like 13, 14. Yeah, like 13, 14. Probably like 13 and a half years old. I had always like seen all these Airsoft guns, right? Anytime I went into like a sports chalet, Sports Authority. I'm pretty sure they had them there too. And Big Five, not Big Five. Is it Big Five? Yeah, and Big Five as well. I remember seeing them. Walmart was another one. I remember seeing all those Airsoft guns there, and I was like, obviously they weren't the good ones, but I was like, man, this looks so cool. It's so realistic, right? Bro, or what's going on, man? I didn't see you there. But yeah, no. When it came to like just playing, I started playing with my very first that I had like worked up enough money for when I was like 13, 14, and I was just playing in the backyard with my friend when I was in like freshman in high school. After water polo practice, we'd take our bikes to his house, go in his backyard, set up trash cans and plywood, and have our own little home field. Like the pistols that we were using, man, the springers that we had were just like barely reaching out over his backyard. And his backyard was tiny. It was ridiculously tiny. We could have played indoors and you wouldn't be able to tell because they were just so low power they wouldn't like damage anything. I'm in Rack Cup as what is your ideal inner barrel width for AEGs? Oh, width? I mean, for me, honestly, like I like 603 because I feel like the tighter you go, the more likely it is that it can, or the more prone it is to jamming that can happen. Especially if you're not like pretty regular with your cleaning. I think 603 is tight enough, but it's also like again got like wide enough to allow for a little bit more play. That's just my personal opinion. You can go with whichever one you want. Personally, I do like the 603s, and I think that's kind of the golden like standard that most people should go with. Like for most regular walk-on players. Obviously, if you are looking for even better performance, I suppose you can. But even then, it's ultimately going to come down to not even the width, right? But it's ultimately going to come down to the smoothness of the barrel itself. And again, there's a reason we keep pushing the unicorn inner barrels, right? Like here. Unicorn Airsoft. Airsoft. There we go. There's a reason we keep pushing the unicorn airsoft, because really the results speak for themselves, man. Like, these things are absolutely insane. It's a 100% a cheat code. Like, no bullshit, that this is 100% a cheat code. Install one of these bad boys either into your gas flowback or into your AEG, and you will notice a night and day difference, right? Especially when it comes to consistency and the hop. It does so much better, especially once you install the actual hop-up nub that it comes with, because not only do you get the barrel, you also get the bucking and the nub too right out of the packaging, which is dope, right? Especially considering some of these barrels are like $30, right? Keep scrolling through. Of course, those are the hop-up chambers and replacement outer barrels that I was mentioning earlier for the Glocks. But you can buy the buckings by themselves if you wanted to. But yeah, like, they make so many different lengths at like different price points as well. And you know, they're all for all it's worth. Honestly, absolutely. It's even the $70 ones. Like, yeah, I would still spend that money, because again, you're getting like the 3-pack, right? You're essentially getting the combo, the 3-piece combo. All right, and again, any of these, I'm just saying, they're definitely over $20. You know, some of these are actually going to be over $50. So again, you'll be able to take advantage of the 5-entry promo going on right now. Remember, guys, it's $1,200 that are on the line right now. You guys can definitely win that, and all you got to do is place your $20 plus order. Everyone has a chance. You absolutely have a chance. Remember, anything $50 or more, 5 chances. Any airsoft gun, right, that you order right now will get you 10 entries into the giveaway, 10 chances of winning. Any orders for a Mayo Gang MGC4, right, or a Zion Arms R15 will get you 30 entries, right? Super, super easy, right? Those are some of the best high-end AEGs you can get out of the box. Zion Arms R15s are absolute beasts, and the Mayo Gang MGC4 Mark II is the best high-end AEG that you can get of 2023. I said it. That is 100% my opinion. If you have the means, even if you are a newer player, but you had an extra spending money and you had the budget for it, 100% worth it all the time. Mayo Gang MGC4 Mark II will get you 30 entries. But you want to get, like, again, something super insane, get yourself an Arcturus PE limited edition model, and you'll be getting 50 entries. 50, you heard that right, 50 chances of winning $1,200. And that can be yours. All you got to do is place your orders at Airsoft Check, because we're the only place that really does. We're literally the only airsoft retailer that rewards customers this way. Right, not only do we have like really good deals in general, but just all the stuff that we offer is like, yeah, these giveaways are absolutely insane, right? We also got the Platinum 20th Anniversary Mystery Box. Remember, automatic free shipping, $174.98, and an insane prizes. Like, seriously, like, going down this list, right? Look at this. Look at this. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. It's friggin' bananas, man. Like, I would be happy with anything that I got here, because even the lowest costing prize is $175, which is technically speaking more than the box cost right now. So you're going to be winning no matter what you end up getting. Just saying, right? You definitely are going to be winning. Okay, let's see here. Hello, Casey just came to say hello. What's going on? Let's get those likes. Absolutely. If you haven't already, please make sure to go ahead and give this live stream a thumbs up. Really helps us out. And share it around with as many people as you possibly can. Let them know that these promos are real. Let them know that the promos going on right now can win them the giveaway. We've had previous winners win off of giveaways that we've done for these live streams. It's no joke. Okay, this one comes from Tegan Bloom. What would you suggest I pick up for my son's first airsoft? Yeah, no, that's definitely a good question, Tegan. For your son's first airsoft gun, personally, generally, like, stick with an AEG, right? Stick with automatic electric gun. It's going to be a lot easier. Gas bullets are fun and cool, but they can be a little more expensive, especially like the good ones. And magazines, custom magazines, oh, you're going to be spending a lot of money on that. So make it easier for yourself and your son. Get yourself an AEG, ideally some type of AR, M4, M16. There's a couple different brands and models that I would recommend. If you're on a budget, again, I'm not sure what budget you had in mind, but again, I normally like to suggest anywhere from $150 to about $250 is where you would want to sit in terms of like your first airsoft gun. Now, granted, yeah, obviously, yeah, if you have the money, 100% I would recommend something dope like the Mayo Gang MGC4, because again, $315, and even then, you're getting way more than you actually paid for. This thing punches well above its weight class. This thing is like freaking ridiculous in terms of its out-of-the-box performance, right? Lone Tree Milsom, if you guys know his channel on YouTube, he actually just released his video on it, and he loves it. His thing was actually shooting laser beams. Definitely worth checking out. But I would suggest, if you were looking for a solid, again, platform to just start your airsoft like career off of, one of the things I would recommend would definitely be like a standard Lancer Tactical Gen 2. Absolutely. And here's why. Let's go low to high, right? So I'll start off with I'll say Lancer Tactical Standard Gen 2 models and Specna Arms, the Flex series, just because again the cost of entry is very, very low. It's very attainable price points, and you are getting a solid base, right? That can be upgraded later on, but already comes included with a few I consider upgrades, right? So for example, right, any of these Gen 2 models, let's say, I don't know, the Mark 18, right? This is a good one. Mark 18 Mod 0. This is one of my favorite of the Gen 2 series, just because, again, it is a Mod 0, and I do like the Mark 18 setup. It's short enough to work in a CQB environment, but it's also long enough to still get out and reach targets out far, right? Out of the box, this is going to be using a polymer receiver set. Now, I know that some people are going to think polymer versus metal. No, a lot of metal in Airsoft, unfortunately, sometimes can actually be cheaper pot metal, right? So it's always good to know what exact metal material is being used there, right? If it's good or not. With this polymer, if you haven't seen our torture test video on the Gen 2s and the Gen 3s, I highly recommend you check it out on YouTube. Again, we put these things through the ringer. Like, we light it on fire, we run it over with a car, and these guns still shoot. They're still shooting right now. Like, I have it in the storefront. But I'd recommend something like this, right? You're not stuck in this configuration either, right? If you wanted to in the future swap out the barrel for a longer or even a shorter one, swap out the handguard, maybe change out for like a free float rail system on there. If you wanted to change out the stock, buffer tube, if you want to change out the pistol grip. Literally, this thing is basically a Barbie doll, right? You can change this thing out and put whatever you want on there. And that's kind of the beauty of going with an AR. It's just so modular, so customizable, right? And that's going to be a really good investment for either you or your son, because he'll be able to use this gun for years and years and years to come, right? It is using a standard version 2 gearbox, which is good to know because any and all thing that can happen to the Airsoft gun, right? At some point or another, he's going to wear stuff down. Or if he does accidentally, break something, it's not going to be a problem at all to find the replacement parts he needs or even upgrade it. These things are very easy to upgrade. These come out of the box with a few features that I really like, including a 603 Type 4 inner barrel, so it's going to be shooting a little bit more accurately. You are getting a rotary style hop chamber, so it's very easy to adjust the hop up dial, and a true quick change spring system, meaning that indoor fields have an FPS requirement or limit of 350 FPS or lower. Outdoor is 400 typically. It obviously depends on the field you're playing at. With this quick change spring system, it makes it a lot easier to just swap out the springs, which is like a $5 to $10 part. Swap it out on the fly. Very, very easy. Even your son, after one video, I guarantee you, he'll be able to do it. It's super simple, right? But you can go with any of the standard Gen 2 models and you'll be set, right? You can go with any of the standard Gen 2 models and you're going to be fine. Another one would be Specna Arms, right? Now, full disclosure, they're essentially the same gun. Really, they're coming from the exact same factories. If you guys didn't know, Specna Arms and Lancer are coming from the exact same factory, right? Any of the Specna Arms Flex models are going to be a solid pick, right? Even some of the core models, too, would be pretty dope. Personally, I'm a little more prone to this guy, for example, right? 169, nice. Specna Arms Flex SAF03 M4 M-Lock. Very, very lightweight polymer construction throughout. You do get this nice M-Lock rail system. This is rear-wired, so it is going to be stored into the crane stock. I'm a big fan of this, right? Again, you aren't going to be getting a battery and charger like you would with the standard Gen 2 models, but it's still cool to see that they are offering this at a even more affordable price. Once again, $169. The money that you save on the battery and charger you can use towards an even better battery and charger. The battery and chargers you get sometimes out of the box aren't always super good quality, right? They're okay. They get the job done for sure. But again, the money you save you can use to getting yourself a nice LiPo battery, right? Ideally a 7.4 for something like this, right? If you want to go ahead and get even more, right, you can go with something like, let's see, Classic Army ML10. Classic Army stuff is going to be really dope. I like their skirmish line a lot. I like a lot. Oh, let's not go with that one. That one is PDW stock. It's cool, but I feel like if you want more something a little easier, I would say go with standard model here. Yeah, something like an ML10 too, that'll work as well. Classic Army is going to be very similar to Lancer when they offer polymer receiver set, 603 Type 4 inner barrel, rotary style hop chamber, quick change spring system, but they're also going to offer an ECS programmable trigger unit, so you are able to program the trigger to shoot 3-round burst, 5-round burst, or even semi-lock it if you so choose to. Which is really cool. It's nice little features, and some fields do allow for that. Depends on the field, though. But I do like the skirmish lineup. Or pretty much all the skirmish guns from Classic Army I think are really dope. And again, it's an Airsoft gun. It's over $100. You get yourself 10 entries into the giveaway. Again, we only have a little less than an hour left of the live stream, so make sure that you place your orders now while you can and take advantage of all the promos we got going on. Remember, any order, $50 or more, you get 5 entries into the giveaway. 5 chances of winning $1,200. Any order for an airsoft gun that happens to be $100 or more, that's 10 entries right there into the $1,200 shopping spree giveaway. Order yourself a Mayo Gang MGC4 Mark II or any of the Mayo Gang MGC4s or a Zynearms R15. Again, these are two of the best high-end AGs that you can get out of the market, right? Like, out of the box, these are the best ones that you can get right now, in my honest opinion, right? And you get yourself 30 chances of winning $1,200. That's a definite way to increase your odds, right? But order yourself an Arcturus PE limited edition, as in, once they're gone, that's it. They're not coming back. You'll be getting yourself 50 entries into the giveaway. Again, don't miss out. Like, seriously, do not miss out. You do not want to miss out on that, right? But yeah, I would recommend one of those Classic Army skirmishes as well. Another one could be Arcturus, right? Arcturus makes several different models as well that are in the more affordable price range. Obviously, yeah, they make those limited edition models, but you can get something like, you know, NY02 to see one of these. Yeah, you can get yourself one of these, right? And it's going to be $214.95. Still pretty affordable, honestly, all things considered. You are getting a polymer receiver set, but you are getting a micro switch trigger. So you get that nice mechanical click every time you pull the trigger, which is very satisfying to use. Quick change spring system as well. 602 Type 100 barrel because they got to be extra. It is a great quality gun, and what I love about Arcturus is their shipping job right out of the box. It's phenomenal. It's great. It's they're one of the very few companies that put that much care and attention to detail when it comes to their shipping job on their gearbox. So very good on them. But any of those options, honestly, your son would be very happy to. Divine 3D undergrad classes start next week, so getting ready. One more year. Hey man, you're almost there. Stick with it. You're almost there, bro. This one comes from Zamilu. Kythera versus N7 Milsim. I have used the Kythera before, and I actually do think it's pretty cool. I think the Kythera is pretty cool. Let's see here. This one comes from AK. How upset will the GI team be that I Polarstar F2 my MGC4 Mark II to fit my needs? Honestly, AK, here's the thing. It's your airsoft gun. You can do whatever you like with it. I personally think that the Mayo Gang MGC4 was dope as is. However, you know, ain't nothing wrong with doing some extreme upgrades to your airsoft gun. That's absolutely what you can do, right? And that's one of the reasons why we made it the Mayo Gang MGC4 an AR-based gun in the first place, so that people can do whatever they wanted with it, right? It is a blank statement gun. It has the performance out of the box to compete with the best, but if you wanted even more, absolutely, it is 100% possible. Oh, and I wouldn't be upset. Cisco, on the other hand, might be upset. No, he wouldn't actually be upset, but he might be like, "What you doing, boy?" Let's see here. Okay, we should be good. Let's scroll down to the most recent questions. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Remove the tip for a tracer which voids the warranty. This is for Buddy. Question. Yes, any removal, like, just so you guys know, removal of the orange flash hider, even if it's like painted onto like your mock suppressor that comes out of the box, technically speaking, does void any and all warranties, just so you guys are aware. Now, with that said, most airsoft guns underneath, if you were hoping to put any sort of replacement flash device on there, typically, it is going to be 14 millimeters counterclockwise threads. So if you wanted to add, say, a trace unit of some sort, maybe another flash hider, a mock suppressor, if that was your thing, then absolutely. Just make sure that the thread size and direction are going to be matching up with the airsoft gun. Otherwise, it's not going to be compatible. And if you try to force it, you might end up cross-threading, which is, oh boy, that's a nightmare to deal with. Okay, let's see here. Excuse me. Yeah, this one comes from SCBar Airsoft. Make sure your hop is assembled correctly and the bucking is installed right. See if the patch moving up and down when you adjust by looking down. So that is a very good piece of advice, right? Let's see here. Answer that question already. What hop up does the MGC4 Mark II use? King Cami, that's a very good question. It is using the standard rotary style hop up chamber that you get out of the Lancer Gen 2s. It's a solid unit. I know a lot of people are saying, like, oh yeah, they want to change it out for like a Max or for, I remember the ProWin hop-up chambers. Those were pretty big too. And don't get me wrong, those are good hop-up chambers. But honestly, I have the same opinion that most techs do. For most people, sticking with the stock polymer hop-up chamber is like solid. That's like one of the best hop chambers you can get. And I do mean that for a very specific reason. Like, it's very easy. There's a lot of play with it, right? And as long as the arm is able to hop just fine. It's able to put pressure on the hop-up nub and the bucking. That's pretty much all you needed to do. That is literally all you needed to do, right? And that's pretty much what I've been doing for most of my airsoft guns, and they work great. I've never really felt the need to change out my hop-up chamber. Now, obviously, with hop chambers like the Max, right, the idea of being able to feed every single last BB is cool, but I don't know if it's really worth the hassle, considering a lot of times people think that the hop chambers are just simple drop-ins, and a lot of times sometimes they can be, I suppose. But personally, what I've seen, most people who just install the hop chamber right then and there require a little bit more adjustment, because sometimes the air nozzle is not able to move all the way back. There can be a little bit of issues with alignment. It just seems like a lot of work for small payoff. And again, that's just my personal opinion. If you guys like it, by all means, go for it, right? I mean, there's a reason why we sell it. But with that said, for me personally, I don't feel like most airsoft guns even really need to change it out, so long as it's a polymer rotary hop-up chamber that works effectively. That's all you really need. It's ultimately going to come down to the work of the nub itself and the bucking. Obviously, the arm plays a big factor in it too. If your arm's not working, yeah, then I would change it out. But if your arm's working just fine and it can keep up, right, and hold, why not? Let's see here. Flower Flame, not sure if it's just me, but the magazine fit on my Lancer Gen 3 is a bit wobbly. Same thing with many other mags I've put in. So it can ultimately depend on the receiver you have, right? Mags come in a variety of different like sizes, right? Even though they're all technically speaking meant for an M4 AR-15 style airsoft gun, you can still get a little bit of play. It really, really depends, right? Some magwells are just a little bit wider and have a little bit more of an opening. And that's kind of a good thing, because then it allows for different style mags. There are plenty of receivers that I've seen out there, like VFCs. I remember I have experience with those, that they would be very, very tight putting any sort of magazine other than the stock one. And even the stock one was a little bit snug. So just keep that in mind. That is probably a good thing that you can. However, if you wish to minimize it, one of the tips that I've actually seen a lot of guys do is they'll use like Velcro lining. Or they'll use like hook and loop panels, and they'll cut them to shape them to size inside of the magwell, so that way it holds a little bit better in place, right? So you get less wobble. That's something you can do if you really wanted to. I personally never felt the need for it. As long as it feeds, that was my biggest thing. As long as it feeds, that was my biggest thing. All right, guys, remember, not too many people have been taking advantage of the promos going on right now. Remember, there are a ton of things that you can do, right? Any order, $50 or more, and you'll be getting 5 entries into the giveaway. 5 chances of winning $1,200. 5 chances of winning $1,200. That's a lot of money right there. $1,200 can get you quite a bit, right? And again, here's the thing. We're all airsofters. We all need BBs. We all need green gas, right? Might as well go ahead and place your orders with the guys that are going to reward you just right? Again, give you that chance of winning $1,200, because no other store does that. Not only that, right? Again, you want to go ahead and get even more entries. Get yourself an airsoft gun right now. Get yourself an airsoft gun right now before the stream ends. You'll be getting yourself 10 chances of winning the giveaway. 10 chances of win. That's pretty damn good if you ask me. 10 chances is a really, really good number, right? It can be for any airsoft gun, right? Literally anything. Any of these shocker deals, you'll be getting those 10 chances. However, if you want to increase your odds even more, get yourself a Mayo Gang MGC4 or a Zion Arms R15, right? Again, it can be any one of these, and even if it's in a combo, you can still do it. The P Plus packages, doesn't matter if you want to get the SBR or the long version, does not matter, or even the combos as well. You can order one of those, any of them, and you'll be getting 30 entries into the giveaway, 30 chances of winning $1,200, and it can be all yours, and all you got to do is place that order. Or if you want to increase it even more than that, this one's the insane one. Any Arcturus PE limited edition model, right? Orders for those, we get you 50 entries, 50 chances of winning the giveaway. I wouldn't be surprised if anyone who takes advantage of any of these 3 entries right now, or 3 of these promos, takes advantage right now and they end up winning. I wouldn't be surprised. I had a few guys yesterday actually take advantage towards the end of the stream. They were able to go ahead and place those orders, and they got them. Especially someone actually was able to get 30 entries altogether. That was pretty damn impressive, right? Again, I'm just saying, guys, people take advantage of it for a reason. These promos are legit. And again, this is going to apply to and when I say any airsoft gun, $100, it really does mean any airsoft gun, right? Obviously, yeah, you get the Mayo Gang MGC4 or the R15, that's the extra entries, or the Arcturus. But even the new G&G FAR series, is actually really dope, right? With its folding capabilities. Order these, and again, that's that's 10 entries. That is 10 chances of winning. So if you guys were looking for a good polymer construction, like unique gun, this is another option I'd recommend, especially the 9mm version, right? 288. Yeah, I'd say it's worth it. One of the cool standout features about this guy, obviously, other than the folding capabilities, obviously, I like the design of it. I actually do like the rail system that they chose to go with it. I like the profile. I like the length. I think it's good. I love that they chose to rock with the G&G ARP9 3.0 stock. I think this is dope. Again, the battery compartment's right here, crazily enough, right? It actually has enough space to hold an 11.1. Insane. Right, this is going to be compatible with the G&G ARP9 magazines, obviously, and internally it is going to be basically your ARP. It's also going to be sporting the G&G iFrit motor, so it's going to be shooting a little bit faster too, which is very nice to see. Very, very, very good backpack gun. I think it's really, really freaking cool. But again, guys, all these promos are available right now. You got to go out and get your entries in while you can. All right, let's keep scrolling up. Jay Lather asks, what factory are Lancer and Spec coming from? I believe the name of the factory was called FJ, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the actual factory. Hope that answers your question, Jay Lather. I'm pretty sure that's it. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Richard De La Haye asks, hey dude, interested in hearing your thoughts on the KWA Vector. I think it was cool. I think it's a really, really cool design. That thing has been gone for a very, very long time. I've only been able to shoot it like maybe once. And when I saw it in person, I like begged the person like, oh, can I hold it, please? And can I shoot it like at this target? And they're like, sure. It's a cool gun. It's definitely pricey now though. I mean, you see a lot of it being like sold at ridiculously high prices. I think it's okay, but for what it is it really worth it? Personally, no. I mean, if you like it, then yeah, I'd say go for it. But I couldn't see myself spending that much money on that airsoft gun. Honestly, if I wanted a Vector, I'd go with the KWA, the Iris. I'd go with the Iris for me personally, because again, it's AEG, so it's going to be a lot less expensive than gas blowback, and it's got the design for it, right? It kind of looks like one. I would personally recommend just going with that one. Make sure I'm not saying anything. Sure, I'm not missing anything. Sorry, we gotta keep scrolling up all the way up here. AK, if you are having issues with your airsoft gun, you are more than welcome to go ahead and DM us directly, Instagram, Facebook, or Discord. We can help you out there, bro. Soliga asks, what's your opinion on the SEMA Platinum SMG5? Be precise, thinking of using it as a basic created PC-inspired MC51 HK33. Again, haven't had too much experience with the SMG5, but with SEMA Platinums, I have had a little bit of experience now. Again, pretty much any of the SEMA Platinums they're okay guns. Like there's nothing terrible necessarily about them. I've just never been a fan of their ETU. Again, that's just the thing that always breaks immediately. And at that point, if you're gonna end up like getting one of those and then changing it out, I don't really know. Like, I don't really know if I would 100% recommend it necessarily. If you're going to end up changing out the ETU or MOSFET, because, I mean, if you think about it, that is the heart of the airsoft gun. That is the heart of the airsoft gun, right? So I don't know if I would 100% like spend the money on that and then swap it out. Personally, I think that there are other options you can get. But again, that's just me. Sure, I'm not missing anything. Best M4 under $400. This comes from Eli Prather. Ooh, again, you guys know what I'm gonna say. I mean, it is right. Like it just is. It like objectively is right. This thing is built out as is, right? It doesn't need any sort of upgrades. Personally, I wouldn't recommend even changing anything out. I would not recommend changing anything out on this thing. You can, but personally, I would just keep it as is because it's built, it's purpose built, right? I absolutely love that even though this thing is using an 18-to-1 gear set, it can shoot faster than some 16-to-1 builds that we've seen out there that we've compared it to, and it does, right? I love the snappy trigger response that you get on this bad boy. I think the design is clean, it's simple, right? Just throw in a few accessories of your choosing, and it looks great, right? Hell, even with just iron sights, it looks great. And again, order yourself one of these before the end of the stream. You only got 40 minutes left. Then you'll be getting 30 chances of winning $1,200. $1,200. Again, I'm not joking. I keep saying the number, but I'm saying it for a reason. It's an insane amount that you could win, right? But again, not too many people are taking advantage of it. It's a bit sad to see, honestly. Like, again, maybe we might just ultimately do away with the promos. We've been seeing, like, less and less people take advantage. Maybe people just don't believe it's real. But, I mean, hey, it's 100% real. I mean, if you go here on our website, right, go to the front page, you're going to see one of the moving banners. It's this one with me on it. Click on that, right? $1,200, right? All the rules here and all the information regarding it is all there for you guys to read. You guys can see it for yourselves, right? Put all the instructions on how to enter in detail, right? Not only that, we actually put down the winners, the previous winners of the shopping spree giveaway. We put them down here so you guys can see, like, hey, people have won. People have absolutely won, right? This is the history behind it. Like, we've taken pictures with some of the previous winners as well. Like, yeah, it's been great, honestly. And everyone that wins and looks at this knows that this is 100% like not like bullshit at all. Like, I'm just saying, like, again, like, for everyone that doesn't take advantage of it, I do feel like a little bit sad because it's like, man, you guys are missing out on such a big opportunity right now. $1,200. Like, we're trying to give back to the community, trying to give back to the guys, you guys that have been keeping us alive for 20 years, right? And we're going to be here for another 20 years. So I want to do something nice for you guys, right? And do this for you. You guys got to just take advantage and let us know that you want us to keep doing it. Okay, let's keep scrolling up. Keep scrolling up. Best HPA mag adapter for KWA MP7. I believe that would have to be the CKB Russian. Yeah, the CKB Russian adapter. I'm pretty sure that should work for the KWA MP7. I think that's what most people end up using for their KWA MP7s whenever they want to tap it. Spacesoft just got the Zynorms R15P Plus package. Gets here on Wednesday. So excited! Hey, Spacesoft, congratulations, man! Congratulations! I know you're gonna be happy with the R15 P Plus package. The P Plus package is for those guys that don't know, right? Let's go R15. Let's do any of these, right? Yeah, let's click on this bad boy. The P Plus packages, right, are going to come included with a pre-installed Unicorn Type 4 inner barrel bucking. Already out of the box, right? We do the work for you, already installed for you, so you don't have to worry about a damn thing. These things are going to be shooting laser beams, consistent as hell, right? These are absolutely like amazing like internal components that you can get for yourself. But again, we do the work for you, right? So all you got to do is just plug in a battery and you're good to play, man. You are 100% good to play. And if you guys were curious about picking one up as well, I highly recommend it as well. The R15 is a beautiful, beautiful like civilian AR that you can get. The receiver is going to look a little bit different. I love all the little attention to detail that they've added on here. The beauty is in the details, man. The beauty's in the detail, right? I love the M-Lock rail they come included with. It's a very clean, simple design, right? Delta stock on here, very minimalist, very cool. Absolutely love that stock. Magazine compatibility should be across the board. Comes included with the mid-cap. It's dope. It's got a snappy trigger response, got a nice rate of fire, right? It's dope. Like, I honestly can't say anything bad, really, about the R15. It also comes included with the Nebula MOSFET, right? So you can program it for burst fire or even a binary trigger function where you pull the trigger once, it shoots. Let go again, it'll shoot again, right? So it can literally shoot as fast as you want to. How practical is that in an Airsoft game? Not too sure, but it's cool that it's there, right? Like, you guys, anyone that's thinking about picking one up, yeah, definitely worth it, man. Like, and now today is definitely the day to do it because you will be getting those 30 chances of winning $1,200. Dark Tree, what's going on, my man? Sure I'm not missing anything. Answered that question, answered that question. Okay, this one comes from Divine 3D. Is the Laylax Aeroflex face guard durable enough and impact resistant for CQB? Field limits are 400 FPS with 25 engagement. Thanks. Yeah, should be able to. The Aeroflex face guard should hold up just fine. Yeah, I'd highly recommend picking it up. Yeah, it'll hold just fine. Like I don't see any issue with it. It's been tested before. I know a few guys that actually do run it. Yeah, they've been pretty happy with theirs, both indoors and outdoors too. Tactical Burner, what would you recommend for a first gun buy? Should I get a mystery box or just a gun? Honestly, like, that's going to be entirely up to you. Honestly, either or, you're going to end up like getting a bunch of entries right now if you order during this stream. between the two, personally, I kind of like the idea of going with a mystery box. Now, obviously, if you know what gun you want, and then I would say go for it, right? You can just go out and buy it directly. However, there is always that chance that you'll end up winning, like a pretty good chance, I would say, of winning something even better than, or even more than what you initially had a budget in mind for. Let's say you had a budget of $200, you could end up winning, like again, a $600 or $500 airsoft gun. You know, that's pretty damn good. Now, for your first airsoft gun, even then, I can't really say anything negative about going with a mystery box for your first airsoft gun, right? Because all these options are, are viable options. These are all 100% viable options that I would be totally happy with being able to run, right? I would not be upset at anything that I end up winning from mystery box if I was allowed to play, right? Now, as far as your first gun, again, like I said earlier in the chat, there are plenty of different brands you can go with, right? Going with either a Lancer Gen 2, Specna Arms, specifically the Flex series, because they're super affordable. You can go with an Octurus model as well. Some of the sub $250 ones, those are really good. You get a lot of value there as well. Classic Army Skirmish models, those are dope. There's actually a few of them, like the ARP9, that are available as prizes on the mystery box. I honestly can't recommend those guys enough, right? Now, if you wanted something that was really, really dope, again, if you have the means, dude, I would 100% say jump on it. 315, like, for what you're getting, you are getting so much more than 315. You are getting like a $400+ airsoft gun easily with the Mayo Gang MG4 Mark II. But we put it at that price. We put the parts in there because we wanted to keep it attainable for the regular player. And while 315 can be a little bit more than, definitely like 100 something, it is worth it. 100% worth it, right? And you can still do more with it should you choose to do so. See here. Answer that one. All right, let's scroll down to the most recent questions. Scroll down. Come back. Answer that one. What's your opinion on Mancraft parts? I haven't had too much experience with Mancraft as a brand. Usually when it comes to parts, I honestly stick with the stuff that we carry. I'd have to get more experience with that. And I was notice you threatening the ones that do take advantage of promos. If nobody else wants to win a shopping spree, then more for us to do. That's true. Mods, DJ, you are 100% true. A lot of times, the mods are the guys that end up taking advantage most of the time of the promos because, they know. They've been with us the longest, especially like DJ. Like, he's been one of the guys that's been with us for a very, very, very long time, and he has been able to see that a lot of guys that win because they take advantage of the promos. So the mods know exactly what's up, and they're going to be the ones that take advantage of it too. But again, anyone can, anyone can absolutely take advantage. All you got to do, literally all you have to do is place your order and follow these promos, and then you end up winning the giveaway for $1,200 that you guys can win. 100% you guys can absolutely win. Kaden Leathan, what's the MGC4 Mark III looking like? Any spoilers? At the moment, I don't personally have any spoilers. There have been a few things that we've been in talks with. Bossman, all the guys from marketing have been kind of considering. Potentially, I know we threw the idea maybe of having a CQB version again thrown around. Just so, again, because we did the carbine length for the Mark II. We're thinking maybe of going back for the Mark III, but we're not too sure. Nothing set in stone as of yet. There are still plenty of options that we are considering at the moment. If anything, that's actually a very good question for you guys. What would you guys like to see? That's a good question, Kaden. What would you guys like to see for the next iteration of the Mayo Gang gun, right? One of the things that we've also talked about as well was also doing a potentially a gas blowback Mayo Gang gun. That was something that we also maybe talked about as well. Is that something you wanted? I know we threw the idea of a different platform out there as well, right? I really wanted to see like a 308 style airsoft gun, right? When it came to the next iteration of the Mayo Gang gun, I would love to see like a DMR, right? That would have been super dope, but I'm not sure if many people would even want to get that. Obviously, like the AR is the most popular platform in airsoft, right? So it makes sense why you would want to get it, especially considering it's supposed to embody the spirit of the Mayo Gang, right? The most Mayo platform is going to be the AR. But yeah, like let us know in the chat too what you guys think. And if you guys have any questions airsoft related, let me know in the chat. Just put letter Q in front of it. Really helps me out. But yeah, what would you guys want to see in terms of the next iteration of the Mayo Gang gun? I'm curious to see what you guys think. Max Tan, or Maxton, my apologies. Maxton asks, what is the best optic for 70-foot plus minimum engagements using M4? When it comes to optics, even at longer ranges, it really depends on the user. There are some guys who will, get targets like far out using just a simple like T1 or a simple red dot or even a reflex. I've seen guys do it before. Hell, even I've done it. That's really going to be a matter of individual preference at that point. But I would probably say that if you are going to be doing 70-foot, yeah, I mean, you can still stick with like a regular reflex and you should be okay, right? Like, let's say aiming, red or green nut sights. There's plenty of options that we carry on our site as well, right? Plenty of different styles as well, tube sight, open. There are some optics that we sell that do have magnification on there as well, right? If you wanted to have that. For me personally, when it comes to optics, I like the ability of being able to see further out. Even if I'm not always using it, a lot of times I will shoot off the bore, right? Just because, or point shoot, just because I'm pretty confident with my shooting ability when it comes to the airsoft guns that I have on the field. If you ask me to put me in like a shooting competition, like on a range, I like completely crumble and choke. Like I just do every time. Especially when it's like for videos, I just get like, I don't know, I'm not able to do it. But when it comes to like my personal airsoft guns, because I've used them so often, I'm pretty quick with them. I'm able to get some pretty cool, quick like snapshots with my airsoft guns that I've built out. But a lot of times I will use like an LCAN optic, like the G&G 4x magnified scope that they offer. Use one of those. But some optics I'll use just like a simple reflex or like a red dot, and I can still get some pretty like long distance kills with them, right? It ultimately depends on the user. One of the ones that I would probably suggest too. Type in this, right? The prismatic 4x32 compact scope. Now, the only downside with this scope is that it is a little low, but I would say maybe just get like a riser and then you're done. Like that's literally all you got to do, right? This is a very, very good optic, right? The eye relief on this is pretty damn solid. $71.99. Use coupon code 20BD and you'll be getting yourself 20% off all accessories, including this. I'm just saying. Oops, excuse me. This would be one that I would recommend. It's kind of like a good midfielder, like kind of in between optic between the two, so that way you can see targets further down range. But if you needed to, you could, engage in a little bit closer. Again, you have that option because I don't think 70 feet is realistically even that far away, to be honest. I want to go and give a shout out to Mark. Looks like they got themselves 5 additional entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Again, we've only had 2 people take advantage of the promos going on right now, and both were for the 5 entries right now. Good on them for placing their orders. But again, guys, we got plenty of promos going on right now. Remember, any $50 order you place will get you the 5 entries. But you can also get yourself your airsoft gun that you've been thinking about getting but hesitant about pulling the trigger on. Do it. 100% do it because you'll be getting 10 entries into the giveaway. But you order yourself a Mayo Gang MGC4 Mark II, right? Or you get yourself a Zion Arms R15, any version, and you'll be getting yourself the 30 chances of winning the giveaway, right? But you order yourself an Arcturus PE limited edition AEG, as in they're not coming back. As soon as they sell out, order one of those, and you get yourself 50 chances of winning the giveaway. Guys, these promos and these deals are legit. Jump on it while you still have the opportunity. Otherwise, the mods are going to end up winning it again. And I love my mods, but I want to see other people win it too, right? Other people have won, and we've been able to get longtime viewers because they've won and they want to keep winning, right? And they keep paying attention to the promos that we have and taking advantage of it because they know that that's the best way to get their entries count as much as possible. So place your orders as like now. Like you only have, what is that, 26? You only have like 26 minutes left of the live stream, so make sure you place your orders while you can. All right, now with that said, let's keep scrolling on up. .630 FF, is the Jag Arms TTI Pit Viper Canada compliant? As far as I remember, the Canada compliant laws state that it had to be over, 360 FPS? But again, laws can change over time. When it comes to international shipping, 630 FF, I would highly recommend that you read up on what your country allows in terms of importation and just airsoft laws in general, right? Because here's the thing, we can 100% ship anything. We can technically ship anything. to Canada. Whether or not it can get to you is a whole other story, right? Customs are a thing, right? There is a potential that issues can happen at the border, right? When customs seizes the package and they need to inspect it, right? If it's not within their, most recent set of laws in terms of compliancy, there is an issue where it can either be held and then sent back, refused, right? And then that can be a problem for you, right? Because at the end of the day, if it doesn't, meet the compliancy and ends up coming back, the return shipping is going to have to be covered by you as the buyer because we did our job in shipping out the package itself. And again, it's going to be entirely up to the shopper to know what exact laws there are regarding airsoft and importing said items into your country, right? Always piece of advice. But for the Pit Viper, I don't believe so because it is shooting under the FPS limits. But again, limits can change, laws can change over time. If it can, then it should be able to. Sure, I'm not missing anything. This one comes. Anyone who owns the M64, don't remove the tip. AK. Yeah, no. I would not. And that goes for any airsoft gun. Any airsoft gun. If there is an orange flash hider in place, most of them are going to have it. Then I would not recommend taking that out because that'll void any and all warranties whatsoever with the airsoft gun, right? Flower Flame, is the PTS EPM1 mag worth the price? It can be, honestly. It's entirely up to you. Now, do I think it's a great magazine? Absolutely I do, right? PTS EPM1. All right, let's type that in. The EPM1 magazines are dope, right? I think the 250 round magazine capacity that they're capable of is freaking insane, right? I grew up in a day where like the most you can get out of a mid cap was about 150. That was the most you can get. So when, I remember back in the day when like Lalex came out, or not Lalex, my apologies, Lonex came out with their like 200 round mags, I was blown away. I bought like 6 of those magazines that day as soon as we got them in because I was just astounded that you can get 200 rounds in a mid cap. And then PTS comes out with the EPM1 shortly after. And I was like, what the heck? 250 in a mid cap design? Now, bear in mind, with a lot of the EPM1s, a lot of times out of the box, the spring is so stiff that you can't actually fit 250 rounds in there initially. So a lot of times PTS will say and advise you, because they've let us know, that it's recommended to leave some of the BBs inside of the magazine for a little bit of time, maybe like a day or two, just to let the spring tension wear down, so that way you can get up to 250. I'm not too sure if in their most recent batches that's been something that's been changed or not, but that was something that I remember being told by PTS when we first got them in. But other than that, like, would I recommend the PTS EPM1s? Yeah, I would. If you really want and prioritize mag capacity, then yeah, I would say 250 rounds is definitely a lot of rounds to carry on your person. It's very convenient because you're going to be reloading a lot less. And they're good quality magazines. The polymer is nice and sturdy. Feed's great. No complaints on my end. Definitely worth it. And again, they're definitely over $20, so you're getting an entry into the shopping spree giveaway. I would say maybe pick up 2 of these bad boys, get yourself, take advantage of that promo going on right now. That way you can get 5 chances of winning $1,200. Guys, we only have like 22 minutes left of the live stream. 22 minutes. That ain't exactly a whole lot of time. Take advantage of the promos we got going on right now. Again, you guys don't believe us that the promos work. We've had previous winners like Real Wild who've won $3,000 off of the shopping spree giveaways that we've done because they took advantage of the promos that I ran during one of my streams. Again, you guys can absolutely be the next big winner, right? Even when we ran promos off of like mystery boxes before, we've had winners win off of the promos, off of the orders that they actually placed because of that. Again, the promos are real, guys. The promos are 100% real and legit, and you got to take advantage while you can so you can get as many entries and as many chances of winning $1,200 for yourself. Caden Leatham, are the future Lance Tacticals still going to be using the Zynearms MOSFETs? I know the Gen 3s are still going to be continuing to use them. The MGC4 Mark II is built for the Zynearms Nebula MOSFET. But as far as future iterations, not 100% certain. I mean, that's definitely something that we can see. If you guys want to see different versions or different ETUs or MOSFETs being used, you can let us know what you guys would like. It's something we can definitely take into consideration. Remember, this gun was built with the criteria that a lot of our community members wanted, right? We listened to you guys. We put out multiple polls during these streams, even during Cisco streams. Bossman was able to join in on calls with us and let us know, like, again, what he was thinking about designs and asked you guys what you thought, right? This is a design that we came up with you guys in mind. You guys helped us build the Mayo Gang. Yeah, you guys helped us design this airsoft gun. It was designed, even though we had the final say, you guys, we took your consideration, we took your ideas, we took your suggestions, all of that. We wanted to incorporate all of that into designing this airsoft gun, which honestly I think worked out very handsomely, very handsomely. All right, but the next one, yeah, if you want to go ahead and give your input and so what you like, if we see enough support for certain suggestions, then yeah, we can absolutely go ahead and do that. This one comes from Soy Sauce 234. What are your thoughts on airsoft optics versus real optics? Aside from price, just getting into airsoft and heard by many that airsoft optics don't hold a zero for long. They do, actually. I honestly, I genuinely think that I've heard that saying before. That, again, not saying anything about any of the guys you heard it from, but generally that's kind of like an adage that you hear from a lot of guys that usually a lot of guys that love to spend money on their real steel optics and then put them on their airsoft gear, which again, if you want to do, that's absolutely fine. But I've never really been a big fan of that sort of mentality. I feel like it's kind of gatekeeping in a sense, right? Or just making people, or putting people down, just being elitist. Honestly, airsoft optics hold zero just fine. We've actually put like some Lancer Tactical T1s on like our real AR-15s, and we've gone shooting with them, and they work great. They work absolutely fine. They held zero, oddly enough, when we're using 223s, but like even then, it's still a good round, right? And it held zero for the entirety of the session that we were shooting. We were out there for hours. So I don't really believe that, honestly. Airsoft optics are going to work great for your airsoft gun. And if you want to use real, then sure, absolutely. NC Star, Vism, even the new Novus optics, they're technically speaking real optics. They're real optics that are modified to, help or be used for airsoft, because their glass is like shatterproof, right? So they've been able to test them by like literally shooting them point blank with an airsoft gun, and they won't shatter, which is really, really cool, right? Like I can see here, we type in Novus. Yeah, all these like Novus optics, right? Like these things are dope. Absolutely, these things are dope, right? The real steel optics, they're a little pricey, but yeah, they can work. But even then, like your Lance Tactical optics will work just fine. And if you want to get real steel, then yeah, NC Star, Vism, those will work great. Right, they'll all hold zero just about the same. Want to go give another shout out to Alexander. He's also one of the few guys that's been taking advantage of the promos right now. Got himself the 5 extra entries. Alexander, Mark, and Derek, you three have the highest odds right now of winning the shopping spree giveaway from this stream. Again, not too many people are taking advantage of it. Not too many people are taking advantage. Not too many people believe that this is real. And again, the prize is ultimately going to end up going to the mods, because those are the only guys that really seem to be taking advantage. That and these guys right here. So again, guys, promos, the real, like legit, take advantage. We want you guys to take advantage of this, right? We want someone new to win the shopping spree giveaway. It's $1,200. What are you guys doing? We're all airsofters. We all got to buy our stuff anyway. You might as well get the things that will, or get the stuff you need from the guys that are going to reward you the best, right? If you're not even sure what to get yourself a voucher. Get yourself a voucher, like a $50 voucher on Airsoft GI, right? It'll take 1 business day for it to clear, so come Monday, the vouchers will clear out, and you can use that to buy yourself the thing that you want, and that'll count as another entry, right? It's a big brain move that a lot of the mods have come up with. Recommend you guys try it as well, if nothing else, right? We just want you guys to be able to take advantage of this, because we want to see the prize go to someone completely new, right? I love it when a brand new person is able to win the prize. It's just such a cool feeling, man. Should I miss anything? This one comes from Deadbite. Can you see the irons with a dye mask on? I got the HK Army Skull PBMS and I cannot see the sight. I think honestly, when it comes to like being able to use your optics, iron sights with full face masks, it can be tricky. It can be very tricky. I know that with a dye mask, some guys are able to. I think that ultimately comes down to how it fits your face and just your overall head shape, head size, I guess. That's the best way I can describe it. I will say that I do like that the dye does have a little bit more flexible material. It is a very sturdy like plastic they're using, but it's rubberized, like, right? So it's very flexible. It's moldable to your face shape, which I think is really cool. So it is a little easier to use your sights, even if you're just your iron sights. But usually I would suggest it's definitely a lot easier if you have like an aftermarket optic on there, on a riser of some sort. Hell, we even sell risers here, so you can use those if you really wanted to. And there's many different types. That makes it a lot easier. That's why you'll see a lot of those like super elevated optics. It just makes a lot more sense, especially if you have a full face mask, right? Because the dye masks are a great piece of airsoft kit. I love the fact that you're basically not going to be able to fog on those things, but it can make aiming down sights a little bit trickier. That's the only downside with them. So I would say get maybe an aftermarket optic. We sell plenty of different optics available, rifle scopes, whatever it is that you're using, right? We sell plenty of them available at Airsoft GI. And again, use coupon code 20B as in boy, D as in David. Use that at checkout to get up to 20% off your optics, or 20% off all accessories, I should say. Okay, this one comes Richard DJ. Would be interested in your thoughts on the KDB Vector system. I kind of answered that one already. But as far as parts compatibility with Lalex, I believe Lalex did make some stuff for it. But I've never gone ahead and because again, that gun is just so rare, right? I don't really see too many people running it. Period. I know Lalex did have some stuff for it, and it should be compatible with it. But again, it depends ultimately on the part that we're talking about specifically. Nathan Earn, what's a decent mock suppressor to cover an extended inner barrel on the AAP-01? If you have already one that's 14 millimeters counterclockwise, like a thread adapter, that's like if you're already able to get 14 millimeters counterclockwise threads on the outer barrel, then I would say that you can pretty much go with any of them. I mean, let's see. Where do we go here? Mock suppressors and mock silencers, right? You can pretty much go with any of them, and they'll, technically speaking, work for your purposes. At that point, it's just going to be a matter of like what you actually like more, what design. Usually, I mean, something as simple as this, right, will do the job just fine. 14 millimeters counterclockwise threads, negative, so yeah, that'll work. That's one option. Again, you don't have to go with that one, but it's like $18, so it's like pretty dang cheap. There are plenty of other options available as well. Yeah, at that point, it's really just a matter of individual preference, whichever one you think looks cooler. Personally, I like kind of the Lancers or the Atlas Custom Works ones. I think they're pretty well priced, and there's many different variations as well. Ultimately, depends who color-wise. You'll find some like Cody Brown. A lot of times, most of them are going to be black. Ultimately, depends, man. Like that's really, really a preferential thing. As long as it's long enough to hide the inner barrel, that's the biggest thing. Because I'm not too sure how long your inner barrel sticks out of your gun, but as long as it's like you have the correct threads for it, then I'd say yeah, go for it. Let's see here. Yeah, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and leave a thumbs up. Really helps us out. Again, beat those YouTube algorithm gods, man, because they really don't like anything Airsoft. So again, really helps out whenever you give us a thumbs up. Remember, share this video. You only got about like 13 minutes left of the live stream. So if you know any at all players that are at all remotely interested in starting Airsoft, starting their Airsoft career, right, but not too sure what to get. Maybe they want to get a certain gun, but they're not too sure what to get. Let them know to swing by our live stream, so that way not only can we give them advice on getting the best Airsoft gun, but if they order from us, they can get multiple entries into the next shopping spree giveaway going on next Thursday for $1,200. So best HPA mag adapter for KWA MP7. I think I answered that one, Divine 3D. I remember most guys that I know personally that ran the KWA MP7 for HPA tapping it ran the CQB Russian stuff. But again, that's all individual preference. Minimalist stock or Delta stock for OG MGC4? That one comes from Caden. That's a good question. Personally, I'm a big fan of the Delta stock, man. Like I'm biased. I love the Delta stock, right? Now, the Delta stock I think is very, very convenient because again, it has the aesthetic and similar profile to like the old school like Magpul style stock, right? The MOE or like the CT the stock the stock that they used to have on a lot of their like Magpul like builds on like the ARs. Like I think that build was dope. I think that stock is really, really cool, right? But it's more convenient than the original Magpul one because again it has the button, push down, cap comes off. Like it's so easy, so simple. That's what I would probably recommend for me personally. But again, you can go with any other stock out there. I've always hated, I should say, with minimalist stocks that a lot of times it was a pain in the butt to access the battery compartment, to access the buffer tube, right? I've just never been a big fan of that. So being able to have a minimalist stock that you can still access it, because again, it's not going to be adding any more battery space. I realize that, but at least making it easy to access is a big positive for me. Answer that question. Answer that question. Answer that question. All right, let's scroll down to the most recent questions we got. Drinking Bloom, appreciate the answers. Of course, of course, of course. I like how Isaias answered my question as I was buying it. Sorry about that, Nathan. I try to go through all the questions as much as I possibly can. I try to scroll through and not miss any. Random Path Main asks, could you add a section that lets you choose a replica or World War I or World War II or Cold War weapons like it would make it easier for people to navigate by age or weapons. For that, we did have a section where you could actually go through different categories of different gun platforms, but I guess if you wanted to put it in like historical eras, I guess I could see that actually working. That wouldn't be a terrible idea, actually, Random. That'd be kind of interesting to see. Being able to see, like, again, like Cold War setups, right, and just seeing all the options that were available from, like, when realistically the Cold War began to when it ended, kind of, even though I do think the Cold War technically is still kind of going on a little bit, but whatever. But, you know, we'll see World War I or World War II stuff. Those sections might be a little more limited than, like, modern-day stuff, but, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's something we can take into consideration, Random Path Main. We can definitely, I can bring that up, and we can see what we can do. I think most people are like pretty okay with the current setup, but again, I kind of like that idea. You know, I'm not opposed to that, actually. That would be kind of sick. Okay, I want to go and give a shout out to D. Looks like they got themselves an extra 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Again, not many people haven't taken advantage of it, but again, those guys did. They were smart. They were absolutely smart. Big brain moves to take advantage of the promos we got going on because they understand it's legit. Make sure to take advantage of all the promos. You only got 9 minutes left of the live stream. Again, once those 9 minutes are over, that is going to be it. The promos are donezo. So you got to make sure that you take advantage while you can. This is your last opportunity to do so. Keep scrolling up. Slightly bigger guy, and I'm a bit self-conscious about my body. If I were to wear a jacket on top of a battle belt, would it get in the way? I'm not a big fan of rigs. Willow Cat, self-conscious. No need to be, man. Like, airsofters, at the end of the day, we come in all different shapes, sizes, and colors, right? There's so many of us. Like, there's not one generic, like, airsofter, right? We all, like, there's so many different types of airsofters that exist out there, man. But I get what you're saying. If you wear a jacket over the top of a battle belt, would it get in the way? I think it ultimately depends on how the jacket fits and also the battle belt that you're running with. If I were to do it on me, yes, it would. Usually what I would do is, especially for a lot of like Milsim games, when I wear a jacket or like a PCU of some kind, if I do wear a belt that for Milsim games, which I actually have been getting into, I would tuck in the jacket, tucking in the jacket into my pants. Obviously then wear my plate carrier and then my belt. That would usually help a lot because, again, there's not going to be any of that sort of excess material that's getting in the way. That's what I would probably recommend, is just tucking it in. Yeah, that's probably the best piece of advice I can give. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Katie Leithman, yo, DJ, imagine a Mayo Gang collab with Jag and Terran Tactical to make a high kappa. Isaias pitched that idea to Cisco and the GI team. It would be so sick. Terran Tactical, Jag, and Mayo Gang collab for a pistol. Yo, actually, that'd be pretty tight. That'd be pretty sick. I mean, we'd have to see, right? But, I mean, that would be pretty damn cool. That would be pretty damn cool to see, right? To have something, like, just completely uniquely designed. We'd have to see if that would even be possible. But, yeah, dude, that'd be dope. Let's see here. This comes from Davey505 as, how many people usually go to BB Wars? And if so, what is it looking like for BB Wars Air Revival at SC Village? We are predicting a pretty big turnout, honestly. We typically get, like, what was it, last BB Wars at, what was it? Oh my god, why can't I remember? Coastal Front at US Airsoft Field. I think, like, it was I thought it was over, like, 300 something players there. I could be wrong. But I remember hearing the count, it was like 300 something, if I'm not mistaken. It was quite a few guys. It was quite a few dudes that showed up, right? And it was cool to see. I loved playing there. It was a cool scene. It was a cool field. I love the staff there. The players were amazing to hang out with. It was such a good crowd. And SC Village, I expect there to be even more because, again, it's such a, like, conveniently located spot for a lot of people. It's definitely more densely populated. So I definitely predict there to be a pretty damn good turnout. Davey55. Not exactly sure on the exact numbers yet. But yeah, I expect there to be a pretty good turnout. Usually this is what I predict. Just like always, there's going to be more Rebels than there are Empire. And that's solely because, again, it's a lot easier to go as Rebels. Because, again, there's no, technically speaking, any major uniform requirement. It's civilian clothes, no camouflage. That makes it pretty easy for a lot of players to get into the game. But, you know, I'm just saying, even with the ads stacked against us, Empire took the dub last time. That's what I'm saying, man. If you guys went, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Guys, we only got 4 more minutes left of the live stream, so make sure that you take advantage. Again, any $50 order that you place right now, 5 entries. Any order for an Airsoft gun, $100 or more, gets you 10 entries. Any orders for a Mayo Gang MGC4 Mark II or a Zion Arms R15 will get you 30 entries, 30 chances of winning. And order yourself an Octurus PE Limited Edition AEG, and you'll be getting yourself 50 chances of winning. So don't miss out. You only got 5 more minutes. Again, this is the last 5 minutes of the stream, guys. Place your orders and take advantage while you can. Jess was just asking me a question right now. Okay, this keeps going on. Keeps going on. Should check the notepad corner first. 30. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You guys got to get your entries in right now. Remember, any MGC4 order. Any MGC4 order, right? It can be for any of them, right? Even the new pre-order for the brand new bronze variation, the black and red and the black and gold, even the combos, order any of those and you got yourself 30 chances of winning, right? Same thing with an R15. Any version, any combo featuring the R15, you will be getting yourself those 30 chances of winning. Don't miss out. It's insane. Yeah, 1 entry better than none. Only takes 1, guys. Absolutely. DJ, you're absolutely right. It only takes 1 entry in order to be entered into the shopping spree giveaway, right? Literally a $20 order place and you're in, right? But again, these promos are legit, right? Anything $50 or more. As long as your subtotal is at $50 or more, you get yourself 5 entries. That can be for BBs, green gas, accumulation of all those stuff. Literally doesn't matter. $50 or more, that's 5 entries. Take advantage while you can. Even get the vouchers. Get yourself a voucher, and then that voucher will clear come Monday, right? And then you can use that to buy the thing you want. Save up for it if you wanted to, and that's another entry right there. See here, let's see, mention everything. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Keeps scrolling up. We keep scrolling up. We keep scrolling up. Okay, I think we should be good. Oh, Casper, Mayo King, GBVR, shut up and take my money, dude. That would be pretty sick. That would be pretty sick. Matthew Thomas, if I wanted to get into gas bullet rifles, what would be the recommended choices? Number 1, honestly, I like just looking at the results, I would say probably would be the Tokyo Marui MWS system. Any rifle from them that uses the MWS system is really solid. And we sell plenty of parts from Unicorn for the system as well, so you can upgrade it even more. Pair an MWS with a Unicorn Type 4 inner barrel, you're going to get absolutely insane results. If you haven't checked out our Unicorn Airsoft inner barrel video, where we test the results with a Mayo Gang MGC4 Mark II and a Tokyo Marui MWS, the results are phenomenal. Like, absolutely phenomenal. Highly recommend you check that video out. I get shot in that video quite a lot, actually. Then I would say probably the KWA LM4 series. For me, that's a personal pick. That I would also say it's competing with the WeTech open bolt system, just because there's a lot of parts that exist for the WeTech stuff. I just think KWAs out of the box are probably some of the best gas bullets you can get. There's a reason why law enforcement uses them, because they're really solid. Okay, still going to the most recent thing. Jim the Med Viking, how can I grow my hair back? Jim, I did not know you were bald. I wasn't expecting that question, Jim. How you doing? Usually I hear one like home remedy is that people like to go ahead and massage their scalps quite a lot frequently for like several minutes at a time. Apparently that stimulates blood flow to the scalp, and that'll help keep your hair growing. So if you have like anything to like massage your head, or you want to maybe have a partner, best friend, like for 5 minutes, just like massage your head a day, I'd probably recommend doing that. What box mag would be best suit HPA Mark 46 LMG box mag? I mean, pretty much any of the new, not new, but like any of the classic Army Mark 46. Classic. I misspelled classic Army. Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. Any of these box mag 1,200 rounds. These actually do keep up with some pretty good rate of fire builds that I've seen. I run these style of magazines. They work great. Guys, you got like 1 minute left of the live stream. Remember, any of these promos going on right now, take advantage. Take advantage right now. This is your last chance. Don't miss out. How many people used to go BB Wars? Answer what is looking like BB Wars. Answer that question already. Answer that question already. All right, yeah. Guys, again, like just place those orders in. Again, you got a few seconds left. This is your last chance to go ahead and get your entries in and get as many chances as possible of winning $1,200. It can be yours. Literally can be yours. Again, everyone watching thinking that they don't have a chance, you absolutely have a chance, but you got to go ahead and place your orders at airsoftgi.com because we're the only airsoft retailer that rewards your $20 plus order with a chance at winning the Shopping Spree giveaway. And again, it's been stacked. The last winner thought that they couldn't win, so they didn't bother watching the live stream, and now they're probably shooting themselves in the foot right now because, again, they could have won $600, but it's stacked. We stack $600 every single time, so now it's $1,200, twice the winnings. Don't miss out. Guys, it is 5 p.m. right now. That means it is the end of the live stream. I want to give a shout out to everyone that joined me and hanging out in the live stream right now. Thank you so much for all your viewership. But I want to give a special shout out to everyone that took advantage of all the promos we have going on right now. Not too many people did. Unfortunately, not too many people did. It's pretty sad to see. I'm a little disappointed. All right, we want to go ahead and throw these promos out there so you guys get the best chance possible. But again, you guys didn't want to take advantage of it. We might in the future end up getting rid of it. Who knows? But in the meantime, give it big shout out to everyone that actually took advantage of the promos. You guys did yourself a solid. You guys are not going to be regretting that. You guys got those extra chances of winning $1,200. If anything, if you guys end up being the winner, anyone that ordered right now, you know what's up. You know what's up. Right, guys, there are still plenty of deals available at airsoftgi.com right now. Remember, you're down to the last couple units for the Platinum 20th Anniversary Mystery Box, automatic free shipping, $174.98, and an insane prize list that you can win for yourself, right? Automatic free shipping alone should just be like the big thing that draws you. But again, this prize list is insane. No matter what you end up getting, it's going to be a guaranteed dub, right? We still have the Mayo Gang MT4s available right now. We also have the very limited amount of the Arcturus PE models, and that includes the SP1 Carbine. This is actually the model that is the most popular, and we are seeing less and less of them in store because they're constantly moving. They're flying off the shelves right now, so you got to make sure you pick one up for yourself, right? We have new products like the G&G FAR series. Again, both the FAR 9 and the FAR 5.56 are going to be very unique guns that I actually am very happy to see that G&G is still making stuff a little bit more unique. I want to continue to see them innovating and doing something different, right? And I'm glad that they're going in the right direction. Even if it is something a little weird like this and very niche, being able to fold. You know, if you were looking for a compact stowaway gun, this is definitely the one that I would recommend. And again, there are still plenty of sale items, specifically shocker deals that are going on at Airsoft GI. These are the best deals possible that you can get at Airsoft GI, but they are on a limited timer, so make sure you place your orders. Again, anything $20 or more, and you have a shot at winning the Shopping Spree giveaway. Again, thank you to everyone that tuned in and hung out with me during the live stream. And a big shout out to everyone that took advantage of the promos. Guys, I will be streaming again this coming Tuesday, right? Later on at night. It's going to be at 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard, or 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the No Flight List live stream. If your question wasn't answered during this live stream, you are more than welcome to DM us directly. Instagram, Facebook, Discord. We handle all the messages there. You are more than welcome to go ahead and ask us your question, and we can definitely get you situated and get you helped out. My name is Isaias, and I will see you guys all on the next one. Peace, y'all.